Joining me today to discuss cybersecurity is Shawn Reilly, who is the Senior Director of Vertical Sales in the U.S. for Fortinet. Welcome, Shawn.
Hey, Sid, how you doing?
Just fine. Industrial cybersecurity includes a variety of different solutions and things like that. And Fortinet is very well known, but what is your focus when it comes to industrial cybersecurity?
Sure, well, that's a good question. So, Fortinet is a very large company, $4 billion in revenue, 45 different products, but certainly not concentrating 45 products on OT or industrial. So really the main products are our firewall solution set for segmentation and control. We have our endpoint detection and response technology for obviously endpoint security. And then we also have our analytics and management software as well to manage all our products from a central point of management.
Obviously there's a lot of cyber attacks in the news today. What kind of things can Fortinet do to help people deal with these kind of attacks that we're all seeing?
Yeah, sure. So it definitely is a significant concern. At Fortinet, we hired some of the best people in the business, and I think what companies really need to understand is that there are structures and proven capabilities around Purdue model, NIST, and IEC 62443. And following those plans to really put together a holistic approach to security and to layer the security on and not just concentrate on one technology. It could be the same company, but different technologies, but definitely taking a layered approach and following some of those structures like NIST and IEC 62443.
I'm an analyst, so I do a lot of research.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, in your activities, are you seeing any trends that tend to suggest that certain sectors are getting more serious and doing more about their industrial cybersecurity?
For sure. So, just recently you had the TSA guidelines change, right? So around the pipelines, right? So we're seeing a significant investment from the pipeline industry. I mean, Colonial Pipeline, that issue definitely started to spur that. But then the guidelines for sure. And then our administration has put put the gas pedal down on legislation around our critical infrastructure to really protect our citizens, right? Around our transportation, bridges, tunnels, and then smart infrastructure or smart buildings. So we're seeing a lot of emphasis on those sectors right now.
Another area we cover a lot is digital transformation. And one thing we tend to see is that it's being slowed a little bit because of cybersecurity. It can be a disabler. I hate to use that term, but it seems to be. Are you seeing the same thing? And what might Fortinet be doing about that? How can you help?
Yeah, so we are seeing concerns around that. One thing that we do pride here at Fortinet is the way in which we've built our technologies. We are an ASIC-based technology, which, ASIC usually equals speed. So digital transformation doesn't have to be slow because of security, right? When companies are building products or building systems, bringing in security in the beginning instead of in the end, right, tends to mold well when they're looking at the concern of, is security going to slow this thing down, right? There's a lot of industries today that have gone through digital transformation because of COVID, right? And really building security in, looking at a product that has security built in initially and has the speed at which to process this traffic is really paramount.
And I believe your solutions, you really have solutions for IoT, IIoT, whatever the T is that anybody calls it, and 5G and things like that.
Yeah.
Does that have much impact on what you're doing?
It has a significant impact, actually, with the proliferation of IoT devices and IIoT, as well as 5G. We refer to them as new edges, right? So the edge used to be the edge of someone's network, and now it's not the edge of someone's network. It could be a phone, it could be a mobile device, it could be an IoT device, it could be a 5G connection. And with the proliferation of all these different edges, you need the functionality of a solution that can handle that at a cost-effective price. So our FortiGate 40, 60, and 70 firewalls really give you the ability of that cost, the speed, and the security at the edge.
Yesterday I did some presentations, and it was around cybersecurity today and tomorrow. And so I'd like to get your input. I said what I thought tomorrow was going to look
Yeah.
like. So what do you see
Yeah.
for the enterprise from your point of view?
So, so in the last 20 years, Fortinet has really positioned ourselves as a holistic approach to technology and a more of a fabric, right? So all of our technologies are weaved together and speak to each other, right? It's ironic that just recently Gartner has come out with what's called the mesh, right? And the mesh technology also bodes well with what we're trying to concentrate on, which is our fabric technology, right? Where the products holistically, intertwine and share telemetry information, because CISOs and CIOs, have the issue of managing all these technologies and trying to, hit goals and initiatives, and having multiple different, management interfaces, multiple different products to manage, multiple different products to patch is really, really hard for them. So we see, you know, adhering to the mesh or the fabric type platform approach, to security, is probably going to be, the best approach for an organization instead of trying to piecemeal, best of breed products together.
Okay, well, thank you, Shawn.
Thank you, Sid. Appreciate your time.
We've been speaking today with Shawn Reilly of Fortinet. Thank you for watching.